So these are the beans that I've been soaking since yesterday afternoon about 5 o'clock. These are white beans. I've soaked them. I always make sure when I soak them that there is about 3 times the amount of water, so it should be all covered in water all the way in water. So this is about nearly 24 hours. It should be about 20 hours of soaking. It doesn't need to be this long. I would say 8 hours to be safe, 8 hours max. Just getting rid of that gassy water. Okay. Okay. I would normally turn the heat on full blast. For those of you who likes measuring, I don't. I just go by instinct. Salt. I use sea salt. Probably a teaspoon and a half. Do you know what I like? This is about 500 grams of beans I'm cooking in a pot. As you can see, the water to the beans is about an inch away. You really want it to really boil, and just so that the reason why, so when I boil it, I try to boil it to have so much, because the beans ultimately stands on its own. So I'll pack it with the bay leaves, which I'll probably use some of them in the sauce as well when I make the sauce. Cover it and leave it to boil. So the beans boiled for about 45 minutes to an hour. I had to drain it in the sink, as you can see there, and I'm going to use the same pot to make the sauce using rapeseed oil. My onion and garlic really diced. I use tomato paste now. Before, the original recipe of this, I used to use tin tomatoes and cook it through, but now I just prefer to use tomato paste. Easy. Some water. Just to soften it up. Just to soften it up a bit. So, yeah. It's not lumpy. So this process is called cooking the tomatoes. With cooking the tomatoes, the oil, you can see the oil is a little bit risen. As you can see here, the oil is a little bit risen here. And you want it to be like that to make sure that the tomato is properly cooked. Yes, nutmeg. Wow. So normally I'll grate the nutmeg, but now I've learned to just cut them, because Lord knows I hate washing the grater. This removes that tangy flavour that you get from tin tomato or paste tomato. So you have to really cook it in. This round of the water drying out, I like to add salt, because if salt is added in before you add more water, it cooks in better. This is one big pinch. I'll just take in little rocks at a time. So you want to add the salt in as the tomato is cooking in, so you can see that the water has completely evaporated and all you've left is with oil. This is a good sign of the tomatoes cooking. You add some more water. So it's really important that you allow the tomatoes to cook in, and the best way to do it is keeping the heat quite low to medium to allow it to really simmer in and marinate. I'm adding in some bay leaves I used for the beans. Yeah, so just add the beans. Best to fry the beans and the sauce together. That way it gets the flavor from the beans. It really marries well with each other. So. Add your scotch bonnet in. Fry it in for about 30 seconds. Once you fry it for about 2 minutes, you add the water. Make sure it rises above the beans. Add the water. Turn it down to medium heat and cover. And we'll check in about 5 minutes. It's nowhere near ready, but as you can see, all that water is thickening up. You see it? And at this point, turn it even lower. Alright, let's see how this is coming through. Yes. Oh my god, this image just reminds me of my childhood. Another thing I wanted to show how to make was rice. Lots of people I meet nowadays don't know how to cook rice. People use a rice cooker or they use the microwave. So I'm going to teach you how my auntie taught me how to cook rice. And this is a basmati rice. This is just for me, so I'm going to cook it only a limited amount, otherwise the carb intake for the day gets a bit mad. I rinse the rice 3 times or until the water becomes clear. For the amount of rice, this is the amount of water that you're going to need. This is a bit too much for me, just to be safe that it doesn't turn out to be rice pudding. I'm going to tip some out. And I do this by instinct, so definitely there is a gap here between rice and water. Using the small hob, I'll start off with full heat until it boils. So as the water dries, you turn it down, you turn it really down, really low. And you can just see, cooking is about using all your senses, right? You can see that it's not properly cooked through. I don't have to taste it, I can just see that it's hard. You add a little bit more water. And you turn it right down. So it dried out a little bit, so I added just a little bit more water, but it's pretty much done. I can go ahead and turn it off now. Well, it's ready to serve anyway. Now, raw baby spinach is my favorite thing in the world, so I can't. voila.